Hello and welcome to today's lecture. Now today I plan to give you some multiple choice questions because this is the pattern which SPPU is following, and of course these questions are based on the spectroscopy part. Now coming to the first question, which of the following statement is false? So you have to find out the incorrect statement from these four statements. UV absorption causes electronic transition, UV spectra provide information about valence electrons, higher absorption leads to transition between energy levels of whole molecule, and NMR spectrometers use radio frequencies. So this is correct. Valence electron, UV spectra provide information about valence electrons. Valence electrons n pi star transition you can find out, so that is correct. Higher absorption leads to transition between energy levels of whole molecule. This is wrong. Higher refers to the vibrational energy levels, not the whole molecule. So this is incorrect statement. NMR spectrometer use radio frequency. That is also correct. So this is the incorrect statement. C. Arrange the following as per stretching frequencies: CH, OH, carbonyl, and C triple bond C. So the maximum would be this, then C triple bond C, then CH, and last is this. So if it may be increasing order or decreasing order, you have to place them accordingly. Let me clear this. Now coming to next question, that is question number 3. Identify the incorrect statement, the wrong statement or false statement. You have to identify from the given statements. There are 4. Number 1, infrared light has more energy than UV light, which is wrong. Infrared spectra record the percentage transmittance of higher light. That is correct. Higher spectra gives information about functional group. That is correct. And the stretching frequency or this wave number varies with bond angle. We have seen that in 3-membered ring the carbonyl stretching is high, in 4-membered it will ease out, and if it go to 6-membered, it is practically the bond angle is almost 120 and the frequency falls accordingly. Okay. Now the next question, which of the following will have greater lambda max value? 1,3-butadiene, 1,4-pentadiene, ethylene, and 1,3-hexadiene. So for this you need to know the structures of them. 1,3-butadiene is this one, 1,4-pentadiene is this one, ethylene is your compound this one, and 1,3,5-hexadiene is this one. So obviously the extent of conjugation is maximum here, so this will have greater lambda max value because it has got extension in conjugation, because this is diene chromophore, this is extended double bond, this is isolated double bond. So ethylene, then this, and maximum would be this compound. Okay. Now the next example, example number 5. Arrange the following as per their stretching frequencies. Now we have seen that stretching frequency is depending upon the various factors. One of them is the reduced mass, because when you write down the expression 1 upon 2 pi c upon mu. So, this mu is m1 m2 divided by m1 plus m2. So, this is inversely proportional. If m1 m2 is high, the nu bar will be, or this frequency will be less, and vice versa. So, for CH it is 12 into 1 by 13, this is for CH. For CD 12 into 2 by 14, for CT 12 into 3 by 15, and for CC 12 into 12 by 24. So, this is 6, and if you work out, this will have the highest stretching frequency, because the here it will be 0.92, here it will be 24 by 14. So, 14 ones 10, 14 sevens 36 by 15. So, 15 to the 30 and 15 fours. So, 6, 2.4, 1.7.9. So, this will be having maximum frequency. So, whatever question is there, like increasing or decreasing, that you can always put it, because that is the answer is there, like your reduced mass is the responsible for all that. IR spectrum is a plot of percentage transmittance versus time, percentage transmittance versus nu bar, peak area versus time, peak area versus nu bar. So, the correct option is second, percentage transmittance is here versus lambda as well as nu bar. And you can see this kind of peaks. So, percentage transmittance, this is 100%, 0. So, these are prominent peaks, whereas these small things are shoulders and so on. So, this is a plot where lambda as well as nu bar both are appearing on the spectrum of infrared. Coming to the seventh one, the increment due to alpha alkyl group in alpha beta unsaturated ketone is. Now, if I take this ketone and put alkyl substituent here, it will be 215 plus 10, where this is alpha. The relative numbers you have to give. If the beta substituents are there, that will be 12, gamma delta will be 18, and nothing will be 15. So, 15 is, by the way, it is wrong, but 10 is going to be the correct option for this question. So, alpha alkyl can increase the value of lambda max by 10 nanometer units in UV spectroscopy. The IR stretching frequency for cyanide group is, for nitrile you have to remember that it is in the order of 2200, 33 will be CH or NH, 1720 will be carbonyl, and this will be definitely OH. Then coming to ninth problem, frequency of vibration of a bond is directly proportional to force constant, that is correct. Directly proportional to masses of atoms, that is also looks okay. Then bond order, and then K and masses of atoms. So, this third option is correct. It depends, we have seen that it is 1 upon 2 pi c square root K upon mu. So, it is depending upon force constant as well as reduced masses, because the masses of atoms which are forming a bond. So, correct option is C. Remaining options are partly correct, not totally correct, because you are not taking care of the reduced masses. Only reduced masses? No. force constant and reduced masses, yes, because both the factors are equally responsible for the frequency according to this Hooke's law of elasticity. Then coming to the 10th problem, find the correct order. Now once again here anything you can check, but B looks okay. This is highest, then double bond, then so B, option B is correct. Rest are all jugglery. They are not going to be correct, because in that at least one will be wrong, greater or smaller it will be there, but that is not going to help us. Now some questions. In proton NMR, nuclei absorb UV light, IR, microwave, and D, radio frequency. So correct option is this radio frequency. Light is absorbed, and that is causing the nuclear transitions, and thereby we can see the absorbance of light, the resonance phenomenon is observed, and so on. Then absorption of radio frequency causes, this is number 12, A, excitation of an atom. Second, vibration of a molecule. Number C, vibration of an atom. D, excitation of nuclear spin of an atom. So the correct option is last one, the excitation of nuclear spin. So you can see the transition from lower spin state to higher spin state, and accordingly it is causing the resonance effect. Nuclei with odd A and Z number have dash dash spin. Integral B, half integral C, 0, and D, positive spin. So odd, the best example is proton itself, so it is half integral. Okay. Next one, which proton is most deshielded? In the compound is given 1-chloro pent to in. Options: the hydrogen on C1, C, the hydrogen on C2 and C3, C, the hydrogen on C4, D, the hydrogen on C5. You have to find out the correct answer for this, and in order to do that you have to draw the correct structure of the molecule, and then only you will be in position to solve it. 1 chloro pent 2 in. So, I will just draw 5 carbon fragment, that is pentene. 2 position double bond, because this 2 in is there. 1 chloro, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the carbon atoms. Minimum number to double bond. So, from this side it is 3, from that side it is 2. So, this is correct. So, most de-shielded proton. So, CH2Cl will be around 3.4, 3.5, but olefinic protons located at C2 and C3 will be around 5 to 6 delta. So, the correct option is second. So, it is written in words. So, you must know the correct structure, and then you will be able to answer this. Otherwise, just by taking the any answer will not help you, because that will not give the correct option. Okay. The next one is, which of the following show single peak in PMR? 4 compounds are given: N pentane, isopentane, neopentane, and all of these. So, N pentane is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is N pentane. This is isopentane, and this one is neopentane. So, this one gives only one set of 4 methyls. So, this is correct. The remaining 2 are incorrect. Which of the following has highest carbonyl stretch? Stretching frequency, you can say. Cyclohexanone, cyclopentanone, cyclobutanone, and fourth is cyclopropanone. So, we know that the deviation from regular dihedral angle for tetrahedral geometry can cause the angle strain. The angle strain would be maximum here, and naturally the carbonyl stretching frequency will be maximum here, because for stretching that carbonyl bond you need to give more energy to the substance. Just checking how many we have done. Still some 3-4 examples are there, we'll finish them today itself. Signal splitting is due to number 1 shielding, de-shielding, number C spin-spin coupling, D spin-spin decoupling. So correct option is spin-spin coupling, that causes the multiplicity of a signal, and that is the correct answer. Rest are not. Next question is, how many signals will be there in PMR of compound is given. Two chloro butane, 1 2 3 4, the longest chain 4, so 2 chlorobutane. So how many signals? A, B, C, and this is D. So 4 sets. So 4 signals would be there for this molecule in its PMR. The chemical shift values are not expected here because this is objective questions. You just have to find out the types of protons and accordingly the signals. Now this is the compound given, and the question is, what is the multiplicity of CH2 group in ethanol? So options are doublet, or I will put like this, singlet, doublet, triplet, quartet. So correct option is this. OH proton does not couple, so which has got CH3 as a neighboring proton, so multiplicity will be 3 plus 1, that is quartet. Okay. Next one, the increment for double bond extending conjugation in 1,3-butadiene is I'll make a correction here, 135 hexatriene, not butadiene. The question is, the increment for double bond extending conjugation in 135 hexatriene is, the increment is asked 5, 10, 30 and 15 nanometers of course. So here this is basic chromophore, this is the extension in conjugation. So the increment is 30 for each double bond, whether it is 135 hexatriene or any other molecule for that matter. So the increment is fixed, that is plus 30 for double bond extending conjugation in a given compound. Now that's all for today. We'll resume the numericals in the next lecture, and after couple of lectures once again I will come up with another set of multiple choice questions, so it will be very handy for you guys to score in the final exam. Okay. Thank you very much.